Hello, everyone. I'm Esperanza Walsh, and this is Art from the Heart at St. Augustine's Church. And we're still doing our session remotely because of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, we are still going to have fun, of course, and paint a very beautiful rose. Yes, so for this one, are you ready? Let's start. Before we start painting our rose, we have to do the sketch. Now, this is actually very easy to sketch. I actually have a light sketch here, but I'm not sure if you could see it. So I'm going to walk you through and sketch over the sketch I've already made, okay? So let's start. And for this one, I would like you to start with the sepal. So first, that curve, and then a leaf-like shape. So that's the sepal over here. Now from the sepal, not from the base, but a little bit upwards, we draw a curved line going up, and then that curved line would be connected to a spiral. Okay, so this is spiral. Okay, as you can see here, this is slightly different because the spiral here actually went in. We'll copy that. So spiral goes in, and we draw this line here to make it look more solid. Now from this point, we draw a curved line going down. As I told my students previously, it's like a vase, an imaginary vase, like that, but we actually don't draw this part. Okay, so we stop here. And then from here, we draw a line, a curved line here, actually a wavy line, and then draw a line going down, closing this part. And we connect that to our sepal. So that's going to be part of our petal, but it looks like our petal is just floating right there. Okay, so I'm going to draw another petal here behind it. Okay, so that's another petal. And then for this petal, I will connect this to the base of the sepal. So here, and then connect it to the base. And this one is already solid. So it looks like part of a flower. And here, to create the balance, I am going to draw another petal, just using wavy lines. And now I have the flower with one sepal. So here, to create the balance, I am going to draw another sepal. And then here as well, in front. Yeah, maybe one more behind. And then the stem. Okay, now looking at it, if you look at it, it doesn't really look balanced. So I'm going to draw a smaller one here, which would be a sepal I will be imagining coming from behind. And then here as well, just a little bit here, also coming from behind. And there's my drawing for the rose. Now, we're going to paint it like this, in this style. Yes, and this is a sample of how many petals I have here. Okay, it's really just a few pencil strokes. Okay, and now this is the exciting bit. We now start painting. And I will use orange, red, and yellow for this. And to paint this, I would like you to paint it with water first, not the whole thing, but one petal at a time. So we start with the middle one. Well, you can start with the one on the side. During class previously, we did it from the sides going in. Now we're going to do it from inside going outwards. Again, treat each one individually. Okay. Okay, so I painted the inner part, the innermost petal, the centermost petal with water, and I will now paint parts of it with orange. So we can see that some parts of it are orange. Again, we will just follow the pattern that we have here. So here, it's from the side, going up until it touches the tip. Now just let it spread. Okay, here on this side, we have it on the side, going down a little bit. There we go. And then across. And then here at the bottom, some sort of like a triangle following the shape here, the bottom bit. Again, just let it spread. Okay, we would need to paint this again with water because it has already dried. Okay, because it is important that the transition is smooth, that the transition in color is smooth. Okay, now let's do this again, but let's do this with this petal. Okay, just to give you an example. So I'm painting this petal with water. Okay, and then I will follow the shape in the pattern. And if there are white spaces, I don't paint them in those areas. I really just follow the pattern. Okay, and if it dries up, I just add water to help out the spread of the watercolor. Like this bit over here. Okay, now I am going to go back to the petal by petal treatment of this art piece. Okay, so petal by petal. Okay, we now do this petal. So we paint this with water. If there's too much water, what do? We lift the paint. Okay, so now we just paint this. Again, following the pattern. And then again, paint this with water. The whole thing. Yes, my apologies. As I was mentioning earlier, this should be one petal at a time. So we will go back to that, one petal at a time. Okay? So now we will paint it with red. Again, this one would be one petal at a time. And by that I mean we'll paint it with red and yellow, petal by petal. And this time, we are going to do it from right to left. So we will follow this. So from the right, we just paint red on the side. As we can see here, red on the edges. And there are areas with no paint, so we don't paint those areas. Again, if we need to help the color flow by adding water, then we add water. Okay, and then next, we paint it with yellow. Let me just refill the well. Okay, we've refilled the well with yellow. And now we will paint the areas that are supposed to be yellow like this. Again, in the pattern that we're following, if there's no paint, then we leave it without paint. We don't paint it. Okay, so again, this is petal by petal. So now we move to this petal over here in the middle. And here, as we can see, there is some red paint that we need to paint over there. Okay. Okay, again, we help it with water. And that's the reason why it has to be done petal by petal, so that the paint would spread evenly. Okay, and now most of it is now yellow. Okay, so we paint most of it with yellow. And we leave a large part at the center there. Maybe small parts here as white. Okay, we help it by painting water. Now same here. Oh, there we go. Lovely. So we've done that bit. Now we move towards the left again. Next petal. Next petal would be this one. Okay, I'm going to paint this with water first, just to help the red paint a bit, a little bit. Okay, so we paint the edges, so well done us. And there we go. And again, just let it spread freely. Okay, now we go back to our lemon yellow. And then just drop it where we should be dropping it. Where should we be dropping it here? Here, this bit. And in the middle, I think I have too much paint here. I would need to lift some of it. Okay. And then paint it with yellow. And then just let the colors mix by themselves. Now, next bit would be this one. But as you can see here, there's an area which we would need to avoid because it's still completely wet. So I think we should just let this part for now and move on to this one first. Okay? Okay, so what we're going to do is just paint it with yellow. Yes, and there's an area there that should be white. So we'll just lift the color in that area. And if our brush doesn't enable us to do that, then we should lift it with a kitchen towel. Okay, so this one still not ready. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna paint this with water. Okay, my brush is not that clean. Let me just rinse it again. Do bear with me. Okay, now it's clean. Okay, now I'm gonna get some red paint and just paint it. Oh, lovely. So this bit is solid, going down like that. And then from here, line, red line here going down again. And then it's solid again. Yes, and the colors are mixing. That's okay. And we just have to let that part dry now. And then here, okay, we just need some, oh, we need some more yellow over here. There we go. And we can now start painting the sepal and the stem. And as you can see here, there seems to be some sort of terrain. Yes, it is some sort of a terrain. So I'm going to paint the middle part um, here, just water. And then I'm going to paint green around that, which is the second layer of that terrain. But I am going to let the green paint spread by itself. And then I am going to get dark green paint to paint around that green one. Okay. And again, just let the colors mix by themselves. That would make them look more natural. And then later on, if we need to lift some of the colors, we will definitely do that. Okay, so we've done one sepal. Now, let's do the next. So here, just water. Again, green around it. There we go. Okay, here as well. Let's put some green there. And then dark green paint here on this part. Okay, we've done two of them. Okay, next, third one. Okay, third one, the light area would be there. Then again, green paint. Okay. And then more green paint. And then dark green. Again, let them mix. Oh, beautiful. That's just beautiful. Okay, more. So there are two more. So this one, I need to paint red, green, and then dark green. And then here, green. Okay, I have too much paint. Okay, dark green. Well, we're almost finished. Oh, sorry. Okay, for this one, maybe just the green paint. Yeah. Let's lift some color there. Okay, beautiful. Now the stem itself, as we can see, there's a pattern there. So we will follow that pattern. So water, and then green paint. And then dark green paint. So dark green. Okay, there's only one more thing missing. As you can see here from the pattern, there are areas with red lines. So we just have to paint those red lines on our art piece. So now we will just paint a line here. Okay. And then here. Okay, and then here. And then here at the bottom. Okay, perfect. Okay, I can see some cauliflower here, so I need to lift that, make it smoother. Okay. Simply because that's not what I want to happen. Now here I want to mix better. And here, let me see if any other cauliflower. No, it's perfect. Okay, so this is our art piece. And I do hope you enjoyed this session in painting roses. I hope you like the output. And see you again next time. We will be painting roses. We will still be painting roses, but again, in another style. Okay, see you again. Bye-bye.